And then how long the test? Okay, how long we give the student to take the test, okay, to complete the test. Okay, so we have to understand when students are under pressure, okay, pressure in time, so they may make mistake. Even not only student, even us. So sometimes in the time pressure, so they will be make mistake. Sometimes pressure make you become better, but sometimes the pressure can make you mistake. Okay, so this is important to design the test. The student can be complete the test within reasonable time allocation. So we have to thinking about the time. Okay, this year. So one way to determine how long to complete exam is, okay. So while after you design the test, you complete your test, you try by yourself. Try your by yourself, okay, and then allow student triple 3 times of your time. Say if you take time 5 minutes to complete the test, so meaning that student you have to allow them 15 minutes. Okay, so this is a triple. Make it give them triple the times the you use to take this the same, okay, the same exam, the same test, for example. Okay, this is the normally expert in education use. So, for example, if you get again to the question, Dr. Yusuf question, last we discussed in the previous slide. So, problem set. So how long do you think to take it this question? Just this one question. So maybe if instructor have to try first. Have to try first. So if you have as an instructor spend 3 minutes to complete this, for example, meaning that we have to allow student between 9 to 10 minutes. Okay, so meaning we have to give the student 9 to 10 minutes. So it's a triple of our time. Okay, so this is the guide. This is the guide how to determine the duration of the test. Okay, as a guide, look at this table as the guide, because this DITCO make it as already made the survey or research, for example. Okay, now they listed here about 12 type of the task of test, for example. So start from the true false test. So they say normally approximately student will can take time 20 to 30 seconds to answer one question true false. If MCQ factual, so it can be up to 60 seconds, up to 1 minute, for example. One word fill in the blank also about can up to 1 minute. MCA complex, it can be 90 seconds or 1.5 minute. Matching 5 items, it can be up to 5 minutes. Short answer, it can be 4 minutes. MCQ with calculation. So MCQ actually ABC, but they need calculation. So they can be take time up to 5 minutes. And problem set with the simple arithmetic, simple mathematical calculation. So it can be up to 10 minutes per question. And short essay, it can be up to 20 minutes per question. And so on. Extended essay, for example, it can be up to around one hour. Okay. So this is so you can use as the guideline to estimate the how long the test itself. Then now move to the mark of the value of the test of exam, for example. Okay. So the guide is the mark of different questions should be in line with difficulty and length of time, and also skill they assess, important skill they assess. So this 3 components so must be take note to give the point value to our question. Okay, but actually it's not easy to determine how difficult the question, especially we are as the instructor, because we feel all the question is easy, but to us it's easy, but to student of course it's not, maybe not. So that's why it's not easy to determine actually, okay, how difficult the question to the student. So the guide is, ask yourself how many sub skill are involved in your question, okay, and then also have student answer the question like this before. For example, sometimes our question is recycle from every semester, always, okay, we reuse. They only you change something, change number and so on, for example. So this one also you have to take note, okay, about the difficulty and so on, okay. So, and then of course difficult or complex question must be assigned higher point than easy one, and question the assess skill also should be given higher point compared to the question that assess less critical knowledge. Okay, this is the guideline. Okay, now look at here. So if you have the question like this, okay, so for example, number one, the LO is state unit of physical quantity, meaning the knowledge. So student able to state unit of physical quantity, and I make it and then I propose the question, for example, true false. A force 1 Newton equal to 1 kilogram meter per second square. True or false, for example. Okay, so okay, how marks? I mean, what is the point of this mark should be? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, or half. Okay, and then the second one, if you have the MCQ question, okay, for example, okay, define the physical quantity. This LO is able to define the physical quantity related to the unit and dimension. Also about the knowledge. Okay, so now we have the MCQ question, for example, the basic quantity R, A, B, C, D, for example. Then what is the mark for this, maximum mark for this question? Okay, and then the third LO, for example, you have this to solve the problem related to the elasticity, for example. So you have the, okay, here problem set here, okay. So now what is the mark for this? Okay, the suitable mark for this, the problem, okay. So the again, so you must have the three components. So it's difficulty, time take, and also how many skill, sub skill the assess. Okay, so this is the basic our, okay, to get the value. So for example, I can say for the question number one, so I can give just 0.5 mark, okay, point value, okay, and then question number two, so the 1 mark, for example, and then question number three, we solve the problem about this one, okay, so I can give the three maximum mark, for example. Why you have three? You give three because so again the basic is how many sub skill, okay, in this we assess in this, for example. Hello, any question? Okay. I think it's if you could do, if you don't want to speak something, please switch off your speaker. Okay. Okay. Thank you. So, for example, in this question, meaning that we have 3 sub skill. For example, the student have to know how to calculate, to define the tensile stress, tensile strain, and after that they can find young modules, for example. So how many sub skill this is it? Okay, and then next is about the domain. So about the domain of the, okay, about the domain. So there are 3 domains in the standard 3, okay, and then in the OBE. So the 3 knowledge, okay, skill, competence, okay. So we know the knowledge. So we have to also take note this, the knowledge, skill, Okay, now in this discussion, we just focus on the knowledge and skill here. Okay, so we can say, for example, so we have to exactly, we have to know how to differentiate which one knowledge and is one skill, for example. So if the in the question, this is this knowledge or skill, for example. So if you have this question, for example, the unit of speed is meter per second, true, false. Is it knowledge or skill? So of course it's knowledge. So now in this, how about this question number 2? And how about question number 3, for example? Is the speed 50 kilometer per hour? So is it equal to 13.8 9 meter per second? Is it knowledge, still knowledge, or already skill? So you have to know. Okay, based on the definition of the knowledge and skill. Okay. So, and then if you have this kind of the question also, okay, which is the knowledge or skill, for example. So the most important is not because of the multiple choice of the or true and false, there will be knowledge. So not all multiple choice the question is the knowledge. So it can be skill. So for example, yeah, okay, this question number 2 here, okay, so it's not knowledge anymore. So there will be a skill, because they need to compare the value or concept from the other. Okay, so of course question number 3 is very clear as a skill, for example. So you have to be very careful about knowledge. Okay, so for example, this type of the question also, so they all multiple choice question, but actually this is not about knowledge. This is about already about skill. So okay, about the skill. Okay. So we have to be very careful to must be differentiate, okay, between knowledge and skill. Okay, so I conclude my talk today. Okay, so the teaching and learning strategy and assessment method must be aligned with the LOs. Okay, this is the most important. And we should select the appropriate assessment method for the particular LO. And multiple or various assessment methods are better than just choose the single method. So for example, you have multiple choice. I see, for example, in 201 physics, science, computer, Dr. Walid, the design question is very good. They have the true, false, they have the fill in the blank, they have the of course problems set also. So the meaning that there varies the assessment method. So it's better than just multiple choice only, or just problem set in only. So okay, thank you very much for watching. Okay, Assalamualaikum. If any question, please.